Hello everybody, what's going on? This is Andrew, and today I'm back with some more Standard 2022, getting ready for new Standard. Spoilers are coming out now for the new set. It all looks very exciting. I think I'll do another deck building video like I did when Adventures in the Forgotten Realm came out, so I'm just waiting for the right card to get spoiled to tickle my fancy, if you will. But in the meantime, we're still exploring some new archetypes in Standard 2022, and this is a deck. I built this because I've been really enjoying playing that Bant deck that I played last week. If you haven't checked out those videos, I would recommend you do so. The deck's really powerful and just had some really dumb wins. So I was wondering if we could make a different color party deck to take advantage of some of the other cool cards that came out in Zendikar Rising that haven't really seen a lot of play. And the one that came to mind was Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats. He is a 6-mana vampire rogue. He's a 4/4. He costs 1 less for each creature in your party, flying Death Touch haste. Everything else has Death Touch. And then whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, destroy that planeswalker. Whenever it deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy the planeswalker. So your creatures get Death Touch on planeswalkers too. This card's cool, but it really hasn't seen play yet. The whole party mechanic has kind of been pushed to the wayside because of some of the more powerful things going on in Standard right now. But what if we could build up this deck that can actually use Zagras and be like this kind of aggressive, kind of grindy, Jund build of the party deck? So I've got a couple of Thwart the Graves in here. If you didn't play much Limited, Thwart the Grave costs less for each creature in your party, and then it returns a creature and another creature with the Cleric, Rogue, Warrior, or Wizard creature type. So this reanimates 2 of your creatures for probably less than 6 mana. Thundering Sparkmage is a 4-mana 2/2 that nukes something when it enters the battlefield. Hopefully this is actually going to be able to do something. I think this card's pretty powerful. Like, the ceiling's really high, but the floor is really low too. So we'll see if we can make this work. Then we've got Ravager's Mace in here. This equips to a creature when it enters the battlefield, just like some of the good equipment from like the White Weenie decks. And it gives creatures +1/+0 and menace for each creature in the party. So I think that this could be a really powerful turn 3 play, right? You play like Jaspera Sentinel, then you play another creature, then you throw a Ravager's Mace on a Tajuru Paragon, and now you're smashing for 5 every turn. Like, that's a pretty quick clock. So we're trying out some Ravager's Maces. No idea if this card's good, but I think it might be. And then Deadly Alliance is a removal spell that costs less for each creature in your party. This could be a 1-mana spell. Pretty powerful. And then on the low end, we've just got, the Jaspera Sentinels that were good in the Bant deck. We've got Masked Vandals, which were good there, and Tajuru Paragons, which were good there as well. And then we filled it in with some Fireblade Chargers. Fireblade Charger likes equipment. This is a good equipment. That's a match made in heaven right there. And then I just kind of filled in with some other cards. We needed a couple more clerics, so I'm adding in 2 of these. It's not great, but it's a 2/1, so it trades up. And when it enters, each opponent loses X life, and we gain X life, where X is the number of creatures in our party. Again, this could be a nice way to chip in for some damage and then be a party creature for later. And then I threw in 2 copies of Finn. I was looking for another warrior, because we're kind of light on warriors. And Finn the Fangbearer is the Death Touch Lord from Kaldheim. Whenever a creature you can deal with Death Touch hits a player, they get 2 poison counters. Now, on its own, Finn is just okay. But it's a 2-mana 1/3 Death Touch, so that's like good stats for the early game. And it's a warrior, so it plays in with the party. And Zagras, the card we're building around here, gives all of your creatures Death Touch. So there is a world where you can just like one-shot your opponent out of nowhere with Zagras plus like a board of derpy creatures. I have no idea if this is worth it or not, but it feels like a little mini synergy that like is worth putting in the deck because it's basically no cost. I needed another cheap warrior. Finn fits the build very nicely, and we'll see. We'll see how that works. The mana is just okay. We've got 2 of each basic and an evolving wilds to go get them. We've got all the pathways that matter for this deck, and then we've got 4 Temples of the Dragon Queen. This card's basically just a tap land of whatever color you need. But if you have a Mass Vandal out, it's actually an untapped land. So, you know, small upsides. I think it's probably worth it. But yeah, so we're going to hop into a couple games with this deck. I think this deck could surprise us, or it could be terrible, but that's why we test things. So we're going to jump into some games and see how it goes. Jumping into our first game with our Bant Party deck. I have no idea how this deck will do, but I'm very interested to see how it goes. And we're fighting against Lilith. Alright, let's battle. I go first. Yeah, I think we can keep this. I'm trying to decide what I do on 1. I think I do play the Sentinel on 1, because if I find an untapped land, things are good. Okay. How about another one of these? Well, at least I can put one on black and one on blue, or one on red, I guess. Yep, Werewolf Pack Leader. And Blizzard Brawl, kill my guy. Yep. It's a good little combo. Let's see. Let's run out Finn. Play this on red. Finn will definitely trade for the werewolf if I get the chance. Yeah. I'm just trying to stop the bleeding for a little bit. And then I'll rebuild. Ooh, Tangled Florahedron. Thundering Spark Mage gets to kill that for free. And Ranger class, that's fine. Do I care anymore? I'm trying to decide if I... Yeah, I think I take a turn off. So, I have one on red, one on black. Put this on green. Do Sentinel. I guess Paragon finds more things, though. Do I save it? No. I'll run it out. Makes my Deadly Alliance cost less, and means Spark Mage gets to kill something bigger next turn. So if they, like, power up Ranger class and make this a 3/3, I can Spark Mage it and Deadly Alliance something. Froghemoth. Yeah, that's fine. It's Scavenging Oozes, right? Yeah. So they gain 2... Oh no, they don't gain life. Okay. That's fine. Because now I can still play my land, play Thundering Spark Mage, which can nuke the 2/2. And then I can tap this and that to Deadly Alliance the Froghemoth. And then get in for 3. Yeah. And this looks okay. Chariot's gonna suck a little bit. I just need to draw spells. Oh, come on. I'm not even playing that many lands in my deck. Yeah, Chariot's going to start taking over this game. I'm going to have to double block it. That's a real bummer. I feel like if I found a spell here, I would have stayed in this game. But as things are, it's not looking likely. Yeah, and I think I just have to double block this. This makes my future Thwart the Graves better too, so there's a chance. Okay, I can nuke one of these ranger classes at least. The one that's already leveled up. Put that away. But yeah, this isn't looking particularly good. Not a good start for us. I think we had a few turns there where we could have drawn something, but it's probably too late now. We will double block. Trade Sentinel for a wolf. But we're gonna need a lot more. Yeah. They drew exactly the right number of lands and spells, and we just didn't. This mono green deck really punishes you if you fall behind. They got Mascot Exhibition? Yeah. Okay, we'll be done with this game and move on to the next one. Alright, game 2. Let's get... I don't know. Let's hope the deck performs just a tiny bit better. This hand looks good. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put this into play tapped on turn 1 on green. Turn 2 I'll play my Swamp and play Finn the Fangbearer. I'll go from there. Ooh. We drew our good card. The whole reason we're playing the deck. We have the combo assembled too. Okay, blue, blue. Let's start with an attack. Jeez, my client's chugging right now, and I have no idea why. No, it's not my client, it's my computer that's chugging. Interesting. Bear with me, sorry. I'm gonna close some Chrome tabs and hopefully that helps. Okay. Second main, what am I doing here? I'm playing Sentinel? Probably playing Sentinel, right? Sentinel looks a little better than Paragon on this board. It lets us cast Zagras next turn. I'm guessing they had some sort of, like, counterspell unless they pay X, and, like, if they were holding up Droid Disruption there. Alright, they did nothing again. Cool. They could have didn't say please. I don't really want to just walk straight into a didn't say please, but at the same time I have Thwart the Grave, so I can just get Zagras back. So maybe that's exactly what I'm supposed to do. I could also just, like, kick it to Juru Paragon. I think this goes on green for sure. But what do I do? I think I will just slam Zagras. If their counterspell is Droid Disruption, Sentinel means I can get around it. If their counterspell is... Yeah, sweet. It resolves. They killed it. It did resolve. I forgot we had Flunk. Flunk's probably going to be a good removal spell in the next format too, huh? Okay, kill Finn. Just run out of Tajuru Paragon, I guess. And say no attacks. This way I can hold up the Deadly Alliance. Yeah, they're just not doing anything. Okay. Ooh, Blood Priest. Get my Drain on. Yeah, we'll attack for 3. I'll play Malakir Blood Priest to try to drain them for 3. Cool. I've got Deadly Alliance ready to go. They're gonna have to do something. I can't just keep letting my little dorky creatures resolve. And once they do something, I can just reanimate the combo. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna do it. That ain't it.
Oh, look, another I would run if I were you.
So let's see, I can make black mana. Have this shoot the dog. Untap. So I can go black, green, black. So I think this works. I think I can thwart the grave, target Zagreus, target Finn. Oh, but they don't just die. Yeah. So I need to do it like this. I thought this gave haste. It doesn't give haste. But yeah. Okay, that was I messed that one up. Yeah. Actually not dead. Huh. It shoots itself because it's worded really great. Darn. I would have won had I had another swamp. I would have assembled the combo and poisoned them to death. As is, though. That's not what happened, obviously. Okay, they've got Professor Onyx. Professor Onyx makes me sack a creature.
Well, darn. Looks like you flunked out.
Okay, I'll just pass the turn, I guess. Man, is there a way that I could have not played into the Wrath that was so likely coming? Like, I was probably a little too aggressive in doing the Thwart the Grave. I could have just killed the dog, killed Mordekainen with what I had on board, and just kept going from there. Instead, I, like, put myself in this really terrible spot for basically no good reason. At least Professor Onyx makes them lose life. I mean, their deck is all spells, though. So I don't think there's a great chance we win this game.
Let's go digging.
Okay, that makes sense. This thing doesn't scare me yet. gonna kill Professor Onyx. Okay, I'll concede to that, I think. Alright, let's try to get a win with this deck. Alright, N Winter. Let's do battle. I think we keep this hand. And I think we go hard on the Fireblade Chargers. Oh, good. I was gonna say, but I don't know what land I put on what. But finding a land makes that easy. Oh, you have a thing? Get away from my charger. Okay, so do I do Tajuru Paragon this turn? Kind of just want to do the Fireblade Charger again. I want to play this one a little slower, let Paragon be cast for its kicker. Oh, come on. Mm-hmm. They find a land, probably. Oh, they didn't find a land. Take that, opponent. Do I want to play Masked Vandal for no value? Kind of. It's weird, but like, I think I want to pressure them since they missed a land drop. Yeah, I definitely think this is the right play to be making. Put that on red, play Ravager's Mace, equip it up, smash for 2. Next turn I'll put this on green and kick my Tajuru Paragon. Okay, well, hopefully this shows that we can win against decks that don't do anything. Please don't counter me. Please no counter spells. Cool. Let's see, what do we want here? Another Paragon or a Fireblade Charger? Probably just another Paragon. I'm guessing that they have removal in their deck, so I kind of just want to keep the card advantage coming. Okay, they've got 4 mana now. Ooh, I found Thwart the Grave, but I don't have another land yet. Let's go ahead and just try to cast this with Kicker. Oh, sweet, it just resolves. I'll take a Jaspera Sentinel this time. Hit you for 7. You know what's funny? They can cast a fire... Oh, just a Goldspan Dragon? What can they do with 2 mana? Deal 2 to each creature. Sure. If I go Sentinel plus Mace, does that kill them? It's giving +2/+0 right now. So second one, no, it just doesn't kill them. Do I put them to 5? Yeah, let's do that. Let's put them to 5. This is good because now, if I can reanimate the Fireblade Charger or draw another one. Oh, jeez. No blocks. What can you do with 4 mana? This is a dragon, though. That's funny. Okay. So if you didn't catch what happened, that's fine. It happened pretty fast. I'll go back and show you. So Draconic Intervention says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, exile an instant or sorcery from your graveyard, deals X damage to each non-dragon. So they were going to try to deal 3 with Crush the Weak, being exiled, to all my creatures that are not dragons. The issue is this is a dragon. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so this is not the first time that I've had trouble casting Thwart the Grave. I think it's a really powerful card to be playing in this deck, but it doesn't seem like I've got the mana quite right. I think that we'll be able to fix the mana in 3-color decks in the next format a little bit, but something to keep in mind. We've had trouble casting Thwart the Grave a couple times now. So what do we think about this deck? I think this deck has some things going for it in that I think Party will be a powerful enough mechanic to have a deck, or maybe even 2, that it supports in the new format. I have no idea what that deck is supposed to look like. This deck seems pretty well positioned in like creature matchups or in like aggressive mirrors, whereas the Bant deck is pretty good at dismembering slower decks because it has Concerted Defense and Linvala helps protect against sweepers. Whereas this deck, like, we've got Thwart the Grave, which helps us rebuild but doesn't help us protect against sweepers. Again, this deck probably gets excuse me, gets a boost from sideboarding. Once you can sideboard in cards like Duress, it gets a little bit easier to dump your hand into a board once you've seen their hand a couple times. But I think this deck has legs, and I'm interested to see if we get new creatures with relevant creature types in Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and what configuration of Party ends up being the best. I hope you enjoyed my weird Jund take on the Party mechanic. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.